glorreiche Armee, dem alten, stolzen Waffenträger unseres Volkes, die nicht minder traditionsgefestigte politische Führung der Partei treten. Und dann werden diese beiden...
Hi. I thought I'd come over and introduce myself. Do you have a love interest? I've been watching you from across the room. Can you understand me okay? I know it's a little loud in here. Maybe I should talk a little slower.
Woo! Yeah! So my name is Kit, and then when I was asked if I wanted to be an opener, now I'm a dancer, so I thought, okay, an opening number. So then I might have some high kicks, maybe drop it into a split, and then end with a musical number. So, whoa, yeah. But then I found it was a stand-up show. And y'all, I don't consider myself a stand-up, but I don't mind talking about myself. So I'm adopted into an all-white family. So my family is my family is Caucasian, and I'm the Asian part. My dad is Italian, and my mom is a British-Irish mix. So when people ask me, what are you? I say I'm European. I was 2 years old when my parents adopted me from Hong Kong, and now they told me I was adopted right away. But come on, I'm pretty sure I would have figured it out eventually. Fingers crossed. I think I was adopted because of my dad. Now, my mom is frugal, but my dad doesn't mind spending money, and I'm pretty sure I was one of their most expensive purchases. Now, my parents wanted me to be a doctor. So I played Dr. Hoagie the Hedgehog in Baby Shark Live, the national tour. So I like to think I still made them proud. Oh my God, I get asked if I ever met my mom. Assuming they mean biological, I still think it's inconsiderate. Because no one ever asked about my biological dad. When I first moved to LA, I lived with 5 people in a 2-bedroom apartment, which reminded me of growing up in the orphanage. Except I didn't have to pay rent. Now, I think actually being an orphan helps me in acting auditions because the stakes of getting chosen as an orphan is a lot higher. Which makes getting rejections easier. I got my first rejection when I was born. I know. But speaking of firsts, I lost my virginity as a sophomore in high school in Loxahatchee, Florida. It's essentially the woods. Now, they say your first time is special. And for me, it was. His mom walked in on us. So, as a gay teen in 2006, without a smartphone, in order to find other gays, I used Craigslist. Yeah, I know. Back at those times. So I met this tall, okay, well, honestly, most people are taller than me. I think it was like 5'5" or 5'6". So I met this fellow high school student. We met at the beach, and once we established we were both real, and we didn't find each other creepy, we went to his house, and as we were exploring each other's bodies, and he was in me, his mom came in. I froze. She asked who I was. I said, hi, I'm Kit. But it felt special. Because he brought me home, and I got to meet the parents. All right, now keep that energy going as we bring on our fabulous hostess with the mostest, Miss Jazzmun.
My name is Jazzmun. I am the living, breathing black Barbie doll. My breasts are nebulous, and my pussy spells Mattel, and all parts are sewed separately. I am anatomically correct, so use at your own discretion. Listen, we have an amazing show for you tonight. We've got like this amazing comic that's about to come out right now. Please welcome the effervescent, the one and only, Mr. Christian Cintron.
Oh my God, you guys, this is like so official. The whole time I'm like, whatever you do, don't break out into song because we can't clear the rights. But yeah, oh my God, it's amazing. I really just appreciate this many queer people in one room, you know? Because like, identity's complicated these days, right? Like I know looking at me, I look like Ted Lasso if he worked at a gastropub. Or like if X-Men took, if Marvel took the X-Men in like a completely different direction. They're like, oh my God, I'm Professor Ehis. I'm here to save the mutants. I'm here to slay your mind. Yes, Magneto, yes. Gambit, Rogue, yes. But more importantly, on the inside, I feel like Elle Fanning. You know what I mean? Just like a thin white woman who's seen some shit and been through some things, but is beautiful. And I really just want to manifest a world where she and I remake The Hot Chick and we switch bodies. Where like I get pregnant by 13 guys and she lives in a Silver Lake apartment. I love that for us. I feel like that's good. Yeah, I mean, I don't identify as non-binary like exactly, but I feel like we all have two sides to us. You know what I mean? Masculine and feminine, solar and lunar, assertive and nurturing, critical and emotionally stunted. Hashtag my parents. You know, but like there is like this is my masculine side. What do we think? Yes. But my feminine side is a really mean yet witty 14-year-old girl named Jessica. Do you guys know her? It's a vibe. You all know Jessica. You feel it. Her energy's in the air. It's a vibe. Yeah, and I let her out once. I actually did drag. Do you guys want to know my drag name? Die on your birthday. It's true. It's true. I was doing the Lord's work. You know, it's really important because these days, yeah, let's be real, right? Isn't this drag shit getting out of hand? Yes. Way too many introverts with Sephora gift cards think they can do drag. I'm sorry. I am sorry. No, a drag queen is a queen. They are the tiger moms of the club. Right? You got a drink? Did you eat? Keep it cute. Don't start some shit, Jeff. Yeah. Oh, so wait. So there was this Christian rumor going around when I was doing drag that like gay men who do drag were men haunted by female ghosts. And I was like, it's not true. And let's be real, just between us, I feel like I'd rather the ghost of B. Arthur or Olivia Newton-John like convince me to buy like suede shrug boots instead of ignoring like, you know, being pro-life and like pro-assault rifles. Thank you. Thank you, woman who yelled. Thank you. Thank you. And while we're at it, ladies, pussy embargo on problematic men. Am I right? Yeah. So, I'm very attractive. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you know, it's strange that we live in a society where you can't say things like that. But there's something about like this face, this body, this personality that desperately makes people want to trauma bond. Right? Yeah. I see you looking at me. She looked at me. She was like, oh my God, can we talk about my feelings for a second? I just really needed to process some things about my dad. It's gotten really crazy. Like the other day, I was like, hey, sweetheart, I'm so sorry that your uncle touched you, but I really need to finish this interaction because I need to buy these 4 beverages and this 1 pre-made meal, my groceries for the week. And ma'am, this is Trader Joe's and you're at work. Yeah, it's like everybody wants to cast me in their weird, diluted version of a Lifetime movie where like they commit murder and I'm the only gay friend they tell. I'm like, there's no future in that, sweetheart. I know, it's real. And it's like, you know, I think people can sense the trauma, you know? They're like, oh, wow, you healed. And it's like, just because there's trauma that used to be there doesn't mean I have time for you, girl. It's true. And it's crazy, like people don't understand how hard it is being gay. Like my straight friends are worried about making their house payments and raising children with self-esteem. Meanwhile, I'm trying to, you know, stop having sex with broke people so I don't manifest scarcity. Yeah. I should probably say I'm Puerto Rican, so woo! Yeah, thank you. There's always one, and we always yell. Yeah, so that means that I'm black, white, and indigenous. So I've got good credit, I don't trust the police, and I believe in magic. It's true. And yeah, I'm not kidding. It's hard being a queer person of color because, like, my retirement plan is the Civil War. It's true. Yeah, and I know some of you white people are uncomfortable, and that's okay. Because white discomfort is the only form of clean energy. That's why Florida's trying to make it illegal. Yes, you heard it here first. Thank you. Yeah. And it's crazy. Oh, you guys remember when gaslighting was the word of the year? Everybody's like, oh my God, you're gaslighting me. Oh my God, you're gaslighting me. Oh my God, you're gaslighting me. And now I'm glad that thanks to TikTok and Instagram, everyone's a trauma-informed therapist. I love that for America. You know, but it really hurts. Because like some people have been in abusive relationships. And I really was. I was in an abusive relationship. And I've struggled to trust guys ever since. And, you know, really make meaningful connections, you know? But I got to have my J-Lo from Enough moment. You know what I mean? Where I stood up for myself. And I sang in my own key. And I said, Dad, I think it's time I see other parents because my mom's seeing this guy, and so we're gonna, you know, try and make it work, and maybe you and I should grow together apart. I know. We're gonna get real for a second. That's actually a true story. I actually had to ghost my dad. Yeah, because I remember we were walking through New York, and he was like, yeah, I got high with one of your classmates, but don't worry, I didn't tell him I was your father. Yeah, and it's crazy, because like, you guys remember that movie Inside Out about the core memories that define your personality? One of my core memories is my dad hitting his girlfriend, then yelling at her for making me cry. That's deep, right? That's not gaslighting. That's whatever's like 10, 12 steps above gaslighting, rocket fuel lighting, nuclear lighting, or like maybe it's gaslightning. Go gaslighting and ruining your self-esteem. It didn't happen. You're crazy. Thank you, yeah. And for what it's worth, they moved on, and I was able to find forgiveness for my father, you know, because you should find forgiveness because forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. And let's be honest, you know what I mean? His parents hit him, their parents hit them, and so on, all the way back to colonizers. So this is really just a long-winded and deeply personal way for me to tell you all that that's why I pee on white guys. We're gay people.
I want all the sexy people in the house say ow. Ow. All the people that enjoy sucking dick say ow. Ow. If you take it up the ass, they pull it out and shoot it all over your face, say ow. You said you were married, you so nasty, oh my God. In the name of Jesus. Okay, I wanna move on. This next comedian is a powerhouse. She's one of the baddest lesbians here in town, and she's here tonight for your entertainment pleasure. Put your hands together for the sensational, the one and only Rowan Niles.
Wow. Oh my gosh. You guys, happy first of the month. It's July, which means that all of us gay wads gotta shove back in the closet. They gave us a month, you guys. Don't get greedy, all right? Wow. Look at me here. doing stand-up comedy at the LGBT Center of Los Angeles. I'm really kind of blazing through my bingo card of ways to disappoint my parents. I'm gay, but I like to consider myself kind of like a retired straight person, you know what I mean? Which is just my cute way of saying I was miserable for like the first 18 years of my life. The gayest I ever was when I was straight, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like every ounce of myself knew I was gay before my mind kind of caught a clue. Like, in the same way that some people can sense it's about to storm because, like, they'll feel achy or, like, their hips will hurt. That was me, but with being gay, I was like, I don't know what exactly is gonna happen, but there's something weird about me. I can feel it in my bones. I gave being straight my best shot. I really did. I can actually remember the moment when I really realized that I had completely lost interest in having sex with boys. When I noticed myself putting a little bit too much thought into picking out what movie was gonna be on in the background while we Netflix and chill. It's probably a red flag, right? Like, I can recall one instance where I got way more excited about the fact that they had added Twilight to Netflix than the fact that I was about to engage in sexual intercourse. I was like, shut up, put it on. Despite my best efforts, my pursuit of heterosexuality was always doomed. I didn't like boys, and they didn't like me, and it wasn't anyone's fault. I just kind of feel like it was what I mentioned about being really gay before I really understood, you know what I mean? I feel like when God was making me, he kind of was like, I don't know, throw that one in the undecided bin, but do make sure she always kind of gives off the vibe that she made her Barbie scissor as a kid. See how that dictates her timeline, you know? Thank you so much. Well, I'm out now, and I'm very proud of that. There's so many things I love about being gay. Like, do you guys know that lesbian sex is just all the parts of straight sex that the woman wishes she got more of? It's awesome. I could do without the emotional damage, though. That part's not my favorite. There's kind of a stereotype in the lesbian community that the first time you go through your first woman-woman breakup, it can be kind of traumatizing, right? You know what I'm talking about. And I'm here to tell you it's true. I've lived it. I'm a survivor. When I went through my first gay breakup, I was evoking an energy similar to that of a raccoon that accidentally stuck its finger in an electrical socket, okay? I was unwell. I'm still unwell. And the worst thing about the breakup with this girl was that we weren't even in a relationship. We were in what we refer to as a situationship. And if you don't know what a situationship is, it's basically when two deeply emotionally unavailable people come together and agree to fuck around and find out. It didn't work out. Spoiler alert. I'm trying to get back into dating. I fucking hate it. I feel like if you want to be dating nowadays, you got to be on the dating apps. Is anyone on dating apps? No, everyone's always like, don't make me cheer for this, goddammit. I can always tell I'm in a bad space mentally when I go to re-download a dating app. It's like some kind of alarm triggers in my mind that's like, woo, woo, she's back. She's door dashing Taco Bell to eat in bed and in desperate need of a reminder she might still have some value. I resent dating apps. Like, I see where they were going with them, but I kind of feel like they completely stunted our society's basic level social skills. You have been personally victimized. You're like, yes, yes. Okay, let me know if you've ever heard of doing this deeply pathetic thing. Have you guys ever been out in public, seen somebody attractive, and you want to say hi, talk to them? So, you pull out your phone, open your dating app, and readjust your mileage preferences to say less than a mile away to see if they pop up so you can talk to them? If not, no, that's just me? Okay. If that's not the absolute downfall of fucking humanity, I don't know what is. I used to watch TV shows growing up, and I would watch all of the main characters flirt with women in the bar, and I'd be like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna be like that when I'm older. I'm gonna be so slick. Now I'm like the loser in the corner of the bar with a WikiHow article titled, How to Talk to a Pretty Girl. The article just says, approach her and say hi. I'm like, no. I am on one dating app, though. I'm on Hinge. So if anyone here tonight thinks I'm hot, you can reference that little mileage tip I dropped earlier. I'm not on it for dating, though. Don't get me wrong. I'm on it for my own egotistical fulfillment. Because if you don't know, the way that Hinge works is that you can kind of see what people leave on your profile, likes and comments, before you decide if you would like to match with them. So I have this cute little routine where once a week, I sit down, I get cozy with a glass of wine, and I scroll through my little catalog of compliments that my admirers have left for me. It's very nice. But did you guys know that these little compliment elves in your phone are real people? This had not occurred to me. Let me paint you out a nightmare scenario that happened to me recently. I went to the gym. I was working my arms this day. So I went and grabbed a pair of dumbbells and I put them down in my little spot, got all settled in, and I did my first set of 10 shoulder presses. Is that impressive enough for you guys? I did 12. I did 12 shoulder presses. Thank you. And I put my dumbbells down and realized that I forgot to fill up my water. So I take my water bottle, I walk over to the water fountain, fill it up, I come back, dumbbells gone. Nowhere to be found. I looked everywhere for these dumbbells and they really just kind of vanished. And by this time, the weight rack was like completely occupied. So I just kind of had to bypass that part of my workout, skip to some cardio and call it a day. As I'm walking back to my car, I get in it and my phone lights up with a notification on my dating app. It's a message from a girl I ghosted like 3 weeks ago. I failed to realize that on her profile under employment was listed Planet Fitness. She sent me a picture of my dumbbells with the caption, "Really sucks when something you want disappears with no explanation, huh?" So I got in my car and looked in my back seat to make sure she wasn't there. And I went home and me and that girl had sex that night. I got sick recently with a pretty gnarly chest cold, so I actually had to go to urgent care, which is my favorite place to receive the least urgent of care. Now, before I tell this story, peace and love to all the healthcare workers, okay, all right? I love and support you, but why is it that when I go to urgent care, everyone that works there is fucking mad at me? I don't want to be there either. I think it's because the nurses that work at urgent care can, like, smell it on me that they would have bullied me in high school. They're like filling out my chart. They're like, any allergies to any medications? Oh, great. And were you or were you not a theater kid? I'm like, you need that for my medical record? She's like, no, just confirming my own suspicions. Now, the next thing that the nurse says is the doctor will be in shortly. But what she means to say is, please prepare to sit here for so long that you begin to wonder if we have all gone home to our families and forgotten about you. I feel like they should kind of like prioritize making a warmer, cozier environment for these types of medical facilities. Like, there's no good reason why I'm sitting in this cold tile room just waiting for a puppet on a small tricycle to wheel in and ask, do you want to play a game? I'm like calling out to the nurses in the hall. I'm like, hey, I understood when you came in to get my blood pressure, but why did you chain me to a pipe and put a rusty saw in the corner? I've never seen the word clamor come to life quite like an urgent care door opening. They open those doors with a violent force capable of giving a war veteran a PTSD flashback to the battlefield, right? I'm like, there's no reason that this 5'2" nurse coming into my room is giving me the same amount of stress as the first 15 minutes of Saving Private Ryan. Nothing like sitting in deafening silence for a prolonged amount of time and then all of a sudden, it's time for your chest x-ray. I'm like, thank God. So I took a humiliating stroll down the urgent care hallway. Nothing embarrassing happened. That's just kind of the nature of the commute, you know what I mean? And I met the x-ray technician. He hands me a board and he says, you're gonna hold this in front of your chest. Stand in front of the machine and you need to make sure that you lean back and stand up straight. Got it? And I was like, got it. And as he's walking out of the room, he goes, oh, hey, one last thing I forgot. Any chance of pregnancy? You know what? Never mind. And I was standing there like, oh my God. I've done it. I finally look like a gay person. And as I'm standing there beaming in my queer euphoria, it dawns on me. I go, did he think I was gay? Or does he think I'm straight and no one would ever want to fuck me? And I'm standing there in front of this cold piece of medical machinery, and the technician is gazing into my ribcage. It's all very vulnerable. And I start spiraling, and I need my answer, so I call out, I go, hey. Did you think I was gay? Or do you just think I'm straight and no one would ever want to fuck me? And divided by a glass window and a microphone, he goes, straight. And I go, what? And he goes, ma'am, please lean back and stand up straight. And I'm like, okay. So we wrap up the x-ray, and he walks me back to my original saw trap of a room. And he says, the doctor will be in shortly. I know what the fuck that means. And as he's going to walk away, he says, and by the way, I hope for your sake, you reconsider this heinous lifestyle you've chosen to live. And in a sigh of relief, I got my answer. And it didn't matter what medical test that I failed that day, because I passed for queer, and that's all that fucking matters. You guys, I do it for the girls, gays, theys, and that is it. I'm Rowan Niles. Have a good night.
Yay! You know, people are so caught up in, like, what is my gender? What do you think my gender is? You don't know, who cares, right? My gender is fierce, bitch. Okay? People ask me my pronouns. My pronouns are goddess, mistress, witch, bitch, and Wonder Woman. I wonder, is she a woman? Listen, you know, we gotta make room for newbies, for first timers, right? You've had a first time before, right? Do you remember your first time? What did you do? Reenact your first time. Show us how you did it. How did you stand? What were you wearing? Were you wearing anything? Did you eat or did you wait after? No, I'm teasing. What's your name? Hi, Nate. Where you from? Long Beach. Are you single? Are you available? Oh, hi. Hi, what's your name? Hi, Diana, yeah. Nice to meet you, Diana. Do you got children? No, but are you working on something? Okay, well, if you need a babysitter, her over here is available, because I ain't got no time. All right, let's keep this party going. There's someone so sweet and so young and vivacious and vibrant, and they literally came here from Iowa. So be kind, be nice, and please welcome to the stage the sensational August.
All right. Yeah, good morning. I know it's the evening, but hey. As you've heard, I'm from Iowa. I don't know if any of you know where that is. It's in the Midwest region. Many of you probably know it as Missouri #2. Yeah. I'm from a state, yeah. I got this one governor. She's trying to enforce certain laws for trans folks and trans youth. And I just don't really agree with that. I found out that you only need 4 qualifications to be a governor. That's 2 DUIs. You need a black-faced friend. And you need a Kate plus 8 bob haircut. I often get mistaken for a dude by older white men. I take it as a compliment, though. I just assume that they think that I look like Patrick Mahomes. We're not related. And whenever I get pulled over by police officers, it's just, young sir. Yeah, I just found out that there is a VR LGBTQ museum brought to you by Google, apparently. Yeah, for those who have a starting 5 on Instagram and Twitter and Pinterest, you know what I'm talking about. You can take them to an AI virtual date. No, there's benefits to dating somebody in the AI world, you know. Like, if you were to get a virus, you only need like Norton 365, couple spam blockers. Yeah, you ain't gotta worry about somebody trying to get your fingerprint at 2 a.m. trying to get into your text messages. She already has all 27 of them. You're good. You're good. At best, though, I feel like an AI lover could only scare you with one thing, and that's world domination. But like, I've heard worse kinks. So, my girlfriend, she's great. Yeah. She's fantastic. She likes to ask me outlandish questions. Sometimes it's like, hey, what do you want for dinner? I'm like, simple, pizza. She's like, do you want another dog or a cat? I'm like, neither. They cost too fucking much. Then she hit me with a very good question, a morality question, a character question. She asked me if she had an identical twin, would I fuck her sister? I said, that depends. It all depends on whether or not she also has double D's. That's the cut. My girlfriend, she's very much type A. That just basically means always accelerating because she doesn't know how to fucking put the brake on in her car. Yeah, she's a newfound gay. She's been out for like a year and a half. My personality type is type B. That just basically means I'm in control of the brake when she's driving. All right, where are my gay men at? Woo! All right. I know y'all got 10-pack, 12-packs, 8-packs, whatever. You look in the mirror and you just get hype about yourself, right? I don't really have a lesbian friend group. I have lesbian friends. It's just that every time I get into a lesbian group, it always turns out to be a swap meet. You know? Yeah, that's true. Like, you ask her, why does she have a shirt from 3rd grade? You can't trust a person with a shirt from 3rd grade because she's definitely not over her ex, man. Like, I got invited to a funeral. Yeah, no, it's okay. My gay best friend, he's a great person, smart, knows how to handle a bottle of Jack. He invited me to a funeral. His grandma died. He just kept yelling out, may she rest in pieces, may she rest in pieces. Yes, queen, I love you. And then he proceeded to twerk on the casket. And I was like, bro, you can't be dead ass. And he was like, no, I am dead ass. And I was like, I guess when you think about it, we all are dead ass. And well, it's nice meeting you guys. Enjoy the show.
Jason is an icon. Jason is a legend. Jason is the moment. And Jason Stuart is here tonight. Please, put your hands together for Jason Stuart.
So I read in the paper the other day that only 1% of this country is gay, and if that's true, I've slept with everyone. And you know who you are. I'm gay and Jewish, so I'm pissed. I'm on a Prozac, a lithium, and a fin-fin. I could snap at any moment. So who's here? Do we have? We're the straight people. I don't want to, that's enough. I love straight people. I have 2 that clean my house. You're nice people. One of them stole something. I'm not going to say anything. Because if it weren't for you people, we wouldn't be here. You guys are popping us out like little Pop-Tarts. Oh, this one has frosting. Hello, Santa Claus is here. Great. Okay. So I come from a Jewish family. My mother is wonderful. If it wasn't for my mom, I wouldn't be doing comedy. My mom is very funny. She's 86 and she still shops at Forever 71. And she's been married 4 times. 2 she married, 2 she killed. And I'm a nice Jewish boy. I live next door to her. You know, we live in this 4-plex. I live up here and she lives over here on the bottom because you don't want to be above a Jewish woman. No siree. Hashtag, I don't live with my mother, I live next door. Kids go by my house and they go, that's where Jason Stuart lives. He's alone, no one wanted him. Oh, they throw balls on my lawn, I keep them. And if they're 21, they get to stay. My mom is great. She really is. She's so funny. And the other day she was really depressed. I said, Mom, what's wrong? She says, oh, all my friends are dead. I said, well, what happened to Marta? We used to go to her house all the time for tamales, remember? On New Year's Day, she goes, Marta. Oh, yeah, I had sex with her husband. Ah! I said, Ma, was that a one-time thing or an affair? She goes, I don't remember. Welcome to my childhood. Oh, I love my mom. She was so, what I did the other day is just to cheer her up as I took her to Ross Dress for Less, you know, for a play date. You could see her in the score, you know, she's on her little scooter, your blonde tuft of hair goes by in a push-up bra. I went to her basket and I said, what is this? And I said, this is a blouse, it has 3 arms. She says, I'll make a bow, I don't give a shit, it's $1.99. Oh God, family. There's different kinds of families. There really is, there's all different kinds of families. Who's here tonight? Do we have the Catholics? Where are the Catholics? Oh, look at them. I'm sorry, whatever it is, I'm really sorry. I love the Pope, he's got a great dress and a fabulous hat. I'm going to hell. Oh, my mom is so much fun, though. She really is. She's just such a... When I was a kid, my mother would get really mad if me and my brother would fight or act up. She'd say, if you kids don't stop this shit, I'm sending you all to military school. I said, fabulous. Get your keys, get your purse. Come on, let's go. I hear they shave people. Jealous? I was so gay. I couldn't hide it like that guy. I was so gay. When I saw the movie Sound of Music, all I could think to myself was, these clothes look like shit. They started singing, how do you solve a problem like Maria? I said, she's the maid. Fire her. But you got to be careful. You really do. Especially if you're trying to date now or anything. Please be very, very careful. There's that new date rape drug. I just cut to the chase. I take it before I leave the house. I feel pretty. It's only because I'm bitter because I broke up with my boyfriend. He was an Italian man. He was so beautiful and so sweet, and he could barely speak English, which is perfect for me. And he was a new gay. You know, no one had touched him or messed him up yet. You know, he was like a classic gay, you know, and had that new gay car smell. He was like in a box, like a Star Wars figure. And during COVID, I gained some weight, you know, and I lost it. I called him, I said, honey, I lost all my weight. And he said, oh, don't get too skinny. I like you the way you are. And I said, I'm going to marry you before the Republicans have you deported. It's hard, you know, I don't want to have kids. Who has kids here? Anybody have kids? Oh, God, who cares? Where are they? Living in your basement? Yeah, you can't get them out. Yeah, stop doing their laundry. It's terrible. It really is. Kids are hard. What if you get a kid you don't like? What do? You go to the clerk and say, I'm sorry. This kid's not working out. No, I don't want store credit. I can't have kids. I have nice furniture. But I hate getting old. I can't believe I'm 26. And shut up, you're bitter and you're angry. I hate getting old. The worst thing about getting old is getting afraid of things you've never been afraid of before. Like, I used to love to go to an amusement park, go on a ride, and almost die. But now that I'm getting closer to death, I don't want to go. I recently went to Six Flags. Have you been to Six Flags? Oh my God, they strap you in on that Batman ride like you're a mental patient. Your legs hang over like you're Peter Dinklage. I got so nervous, I felt like my uterus was coming out through my mouth. And I don't even have a uterus. I think it was the woman's behind me. When I was done with the ride, I was wearing a pair of high heels, and they were not my own. They weren't yours. Oh, and it's hard. It is hard getting older, like shopping. I used to love to shop. Who loves to shop? Yes? I used to love it. I used to love to go to, like, Target, you know. You go in, now Target, what happens? You go in there and your eyes glaze over. It's like heroin is going through the air conditioning. You have your card, and you got your little shopping cart, and you're just buying stuff. I bought 400 placemats made out of bamboo for no reason. I bought a gazebo. I have a one-room apartment. I bought 400 rolls of toilet paper. I didn't know what to do with it. I made a couch. And I'm so gay, I went back, I bought 100 more, and I made a couch to Max. Oh, God. And all the kids smoke now. Where are the smokers? Anybody smoke? Where are these pretty little girls? There's so many. Oh, look, there's so many pretty little girls in the audience. They're just everywhere. It's just, look at you. You're so beautiful. By the time you're 40, your name's going to be Sheila. Hi, how are you? You'll be one of those gals that put the lipstick on around your lips. You'll have to work at Cantor's. You'll have the Lee press-on nails with a cigarette. The ashes never fall off. Hi, I'm Sheila. Want to do me? No, I'm gay. Thanks for asking. Then you turn 60 or 70 and say, hey, it's time to draw on my eyebrows. I'm happy. I'm sad. I'm pissed. No, I'm Sheila. Hi. You know what the worst thing is getting older about is shopping. Shopping is so hard, as I said. And I lost my weight, and I wanted to go to Abercrombie & Fitch, you know, the Nazi store. And I went there, and there's a guy stands in the front, and he's wearing ripped up jeans, you know, and they're totally ripped up. He's not wearing a shirt. They're selling clothes. The jeans are all ripped up. You could see the tip of his penis just a little. And he looked homeless. I put $1 in his pocket. I couldn't get my hand out. He was so cute. I walked in the store, right? And it's like a discotheque. The music is going on and off, and there's lights blinking, and some girl, she's like, I don't know, she's like a flight attendant or a sales girl. I don't know what, she's got a headset on, looks like Lady Gaga on tour. Hi, can I help you? I said, yeah, I need a pair of 34s. I've lost some weight. She gets on the speakerphone and says, can we get a pair of 34s for the old guy? So I stabbed her. Thank you very much. You guys are great. Thank you.
Because you know what? I can't be up here saying anything if the people don't write it for me. You think I make this stuff up? Well, listen, there's someone so special coming out. He's so cute. He's adorable, actually. He's gorgeous. And he has more than one job. His daytime job is very serious, right? He's a therapist, and he's doing very Clark Kent, right? But at night, he takes it all off. And he is sexy. He is young. He is hot. And he goes by the name of Brian Clark. So put your hands together for Brian Clark.
How y'all doing tonight? That may be the best introduction I've ever had in my life. Hey, Santa. You ever send what you think to be a bomb-ass nude, just all... yeah. Ooh. That's even better, yeah. That's the money shot, yes. Send it just to receive the one-word response of, nice. Just nice. Nothing more, nothing less. Nice. Not nice with an exclamation point. Nice! Not nice in all caps. Nice! Just nice. Whoever said sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me, never had their dick called cute. People say some weird shit when they're horny, huh? I was having what I thought to be a lovely conversation with another gentleman when out of the blue he texts me, come sit on my lap. And I was like, are you gonna burp me? Like, what are we Why am I being transported to Santa's workshop all of a sudden? I did not put him there, by the way. Look, are we planning a date or are we volunteering at a Toys for Tots? What's happening here? When you're trying to get in the mood, the last thing you want to be thinking about is a 100-year-old diabetic who spends his day hanging out outside of Sears and makes a living off telling extremely underage minors that their parents will one day get back together. So he sat on my lap instead. I don't normally open with sexting, at least not in real life. But I figured we're all gay here, so you've all probably lost hope too, you know? I'm 30 now, and it's weird being single in your 30s. Like, mentally, I'm still young, but physically, if I sneeze too hard, I'm out for a week. Dating in your 30s is less about finding the one and more about finding a will to live. I get up here and, you know, I talk about sex a lot, but I don't have a lot of actual sex in real life. Most gay men use Grindr, which I see some of you on right now. Grindr doesn't really work for me because I was an English major in college. And if you got that joke, you are also alone. Grindr men can't spell to save their lives. At this point, fuck ass pics. Nothing gets me going more than the correct use of subject and predicate. If I ever receive the phrase, you, space, up, space, question mark, space, water emoji, water emoji, water emoji, you get an F. Not the D. I worked hard on that one, so yeah. I get asked what my background is a lot. I'm a halvesy, which is what I call people who are half Latino, half conquistador, and it's a confusing mix, right? At any given moment, I'm like, will I steal your land or will I mow it? I've been trying to reconnect with my Latin roots by living at home rent-free, and I've been bonding with my mom a lot. It's been great. She's really come a long way in her acceptance of me. Like the other day, she asked me, "Do you top or do you bottom?" And I was like, "Mom, I don't believe in labels. Love is love. And it's best," well, sandwiched between two men at the same time. I do love that woman, though. The best part about elderly Latino women is they are paranoid as fuck. To this day, my mom doesn't answer the front door to anyone. Legit. It could be her dying child on her front doorstep, and she's still gonna be like, "You should have called me first." One time our kitchen caught on fire, and she refused to let the fire department in, whom she herself called to put out the fire, and instead proceeded to lock all the doors and turn off all the lights. The fire department did not know how to react. Ma'am, for the last time, we are not here to deport you. We are a volunteer fire department. Please open the door. And that's how we lost her, so. She's fine now because immigration showed up, so it's all good. You guys have been great. I'm Brucey. Yeah.
Trans people are magical. Trans lives matter. I'm having a bit of a nostalgic moment. It was 10 years ago, I had my very first play up here. It was called Lovely Bouquet of Flowers, an exploration of non-traditional voices. And I had 15 trans folks up here telling their stories. So it's a very special night for me, yeah. And trans people are funny. Some very funny trans folks, right? Yeah, I've seen some good. We have one here tonight, though. We flew them in from Seattle, and they are here to entertain you. They're young, they're vivacious, they're fun, they're trans. Please put your hands together. Direct from Seattle, Juno Men.
Is anyone here transgender? Cool. This is gonna be a super relatable set for 3 of you. I'm transgender, and thank you. I believe the first boo, and then the other ones just felt like, oh, okay, we should. When I was a kid, my mom used to tell me that she wanted me to be a lawyer or a doctor when I grew up. And then as I got older, I started applying to colleges, and she got really serious about it. She was like, I need you to know that if you don't become a lawyer or a doctor, you will be no son of mine. And I like to tell her years later that I got her on a technicality. My mom was the first person in my family I came out to. It was a really nerve-wracking experience. For me, it took a lot of years of thinking and talking to a therapist and just trying to figure out how and when to do it. And the way I came out to my mom was I took her to dinner on Christmas Eve, and I got her drunk. And then I got drunk. And I looked at her and I was like, Mom, I have something to tell you. I'm trans. And she took a moment, looked at me, had a confused expression on her face, and said, You're not Vietnamese. And I said, no, I'm not telling you I'm Vietnamese. I'm telling you I'm transgender. I'm your daughter, not your son. And she said, oh, thank God. And I said, we're going to talk about that. But how do you feel about me being transgender? And she said, I don't really get it. But I guess if it makes you happy, then I'm fine with it. And I thought that went really well. Thank you. Too well. And on the car ride home, I started panicking that maybe she didn't actually understand what I was trying to tell her. And so I took a picture of myself out and I showed it to her. And this is when I knew she was always going to be my mom. She looked at the picture and she said, oh my God, you are so pretty. But if you lost some weight, I think you could be beautiful, and then maybe you could marry a lawyer or a doctor. A couple of months after that, I was FaceTiming with her, and I shared with her that I was legally changing my name to Juno, and she said, holy shit, don't do that. And I panicked. I was like, oh my God, is this where support ends? Was she okay with me being trans conceptually? But when it comes to something as like material and legal as a name change, she's not on board. And I was like, Mom, why don't you want me to change my name to Juno? And she said, Juno sounds too Italian. What about Joanne? And that was a real crystallizing moment for me and my mom, where I was like, cool, Mom's always gonna be Mom. She's always gonna be revealing new, minute dimensions of racism. Like, I didn't know she didn't like Italian people, but it makes so much sense now why we went to Olive Garden once and then never again. At the end of that call, she took a moment to say, hey, I know the last couple of months have been really hard for you. And I just want to say I'm really proud of you. And to me, you are my beautiful daughter. You're beautiful like a Japanese geisha. Not like a dirty Cambodian woman. And I said, Mom, we're Cambodian. And without missing a beat, she said, I know what I said. My mom was the first person in my family I came out to. The last person in my family I came out to was my grandma. And that was difficult, it's fine. That was difficult not just emotionally, but also linguistically, because she's 94 years old and doesn't speak English, and I don't speak Cambodian. And this has never really been an issue in our relationship. We have a great relationship. I love my grandma a lot. I love her so much that I know that when she dies, I'm just gonna be 10% sadder for the rest of my life. But our small talk is so bad that we both have thought the other person has a learning disability. I remember going to American restaurants as a kid and being like, Grandma can't order off the menu. And I stopped making that joke when someone was like, hey, didn't you shit yourself at Temple once because you couldn't ask where the bathroom was? And so I was nervous when I came out to my grandma. And the way I did it was I called my aunt who lives with my grandma. And the night before I came over, my aunt sat my grandma down and said, hey, Juno came out as transgender, and she's coming over tomorrow. So when you see her, she's going to look and sound a little different. And the next day, I showed up at her place wearing my best outfit, my best makeup, my best jewelry. And I walked in, and she was sitting in her rocking chair in the living room, and the moment I walked in, she stood up, which is frightening because she's 94 years old. And she walked up to me and she said, you and me, we're family. And no matter what comes through that door, that will never change. And she had a ferocity in her eyes. And I looked at her, and I looked at my aunt, and I said, what did she say? Because in a high-stress situation, when someone walks up to you and they just go, and then they point at the door, you don't know how to interpret that. I thought that was going to be the most difficult conversation I had with my grandma. It wasn't. The most difficult conversation I had with her was, I was staying at her place, and I was sleeping in her guest room. And one night, she walked in on me watching Euphoria. And I had to try to explain to her in broken English what the difference was between porn and HBO. And it turns out the hand gesture for I wasn't masturbating is really similar to the hand gesture for I was masturbating. Does anyone else here come from a mixed language household? Cool. So one of the workarounds that me and my grandma have to not speak in the same language is we both know a couple of phrases in each language. Right? So in English, we both know the phrases for, I love you a lot. I'll see you at Christmas. That auntie is a bitch. And then in Cambodian, we both know the phrases for the food was really good. Many blessings on you. Yeah, that auntie is a bitch. And we should have left her with the communists. Which I always feel the need to clarify she did not do. Has anyone here been to Seattle recently? Yeah? I've lived in Seattle for 7 years. A couple of years ago, I moved to downtown Seattle. And I was excited about moving to downtown because I watched a lot of rom-coms and sitcoms growing up as a kid. And everything I got from that was like, oh, downtown is where it happens. That's where the fun happens. That's where the exciting things happen. That's where all the crime happens. Since moving to downtown Seattle, I have been catcalled. I have been flashed twice. I have been followed up to the door of my building by men that I didn't know 3 times. And I tell friends this that live in other states like Texas and Florida and Arizona, and they go, holy shit. You need to leave Seattle. You should move to where I live. And I'm like, no, thank you. Because while I've been the victim of a lot of crime in Seattle, I haven't yet been the victim of a hate crime. Like, yeah, criminals in Seattle are very scary, but they're also really progressive. Like, I've never seen someone aiming to crime me being like, we're gonna get that queer. I feel like, if anything, the conversation that happens in little crime huddles in Seattle are like, all right, everyone gather around. Do you all see that beautiful, brave, transgender woman of color? Okay, we're gonna go fuck her up. Hands in, she, her on 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you all so much.
I gotta keep the party going. Next, I wanna bring out a 2-time daytime Emmy nominated New York Emmy winner. She's a bad, bossy bitch. She goes by the name of Amanda Alvich. Please welcome the goddess from New York City, Amanda Alvich.
All right, everyone, give it up for yourselves. A beautiful crowd, yes? It feels good to be here tonight, and I don't mean to brag, but I recently celebrated a birthday. Okay, I lied. It was not recent. It was 3 months ago. But hear me out, okay? Any happiness I can get from birthdays, I will take. Because as I'm getting older, I'm realizing I'm having mixed feelings, you know? On one hand, I'm like really happy because I'm an Aries, which means I'm a dumb bitch who loves attention. Even if it is from my enemies. And on the other hand, I'm a woman aging in my 30s, which means, correct, I want to be hit by a bus. Great. Oh, good, just me? Okay, cool. Feel confident about that. I think I feel this way about my age, or aging in general, because of my mother. She currently identifies as a 28-year-old woman. And it's kind of fucked up to be older than your own mom. But it's fun to reverse childhood trauma her. A few months ago, we were driving home from lunch. I was driving this bitch. And we were just enjoying a nice, quiet drive. And all of a sudden, she interrupts. She's like, ooh, you know what'd be really nice right now? If we went to Nordstrom Rack. And in that moment, I finally realized what it felt like to be a parent. Because of the anger that bubbled up because that bitch spoke while I was just enjoying silence. I was like white knuckling the steering wheel, and I don't know what came over me. I was like, we have Nordstrom Rack at home, and I hit her. And I just kept going. I was like, now shut up and listen to music that was popular back in my day. And I put on Lil Wayne's A Milli. You just want what's best for your mom, child. No, but I think, really we should blame society for how we feel about aging, right? I mean, we praise men for getting older. We shame women. It's really fucked up. Sometimes society makes me feel like I'm a retired racehorse. Hear me out. Like my 20s were considered my prime when everyone wanted to ride me. But as soon as I crossed over into my 30s, it's like nobody cared about me anymore. I was like no longer the hot young thing on the market. Parents warned their children not to get too close because I spook easily and might kick. I don't know, and my body's reminding me every single day that I'm getting older. Last year, I broke my foot simply from walking because this is an athlete's body. And I went to the doctor, and he just looked at me up and down and was like, as we get older, these things happen. There's not much you could do. And then he cocked a shotgun at me. I was like, this is the most impressive dentist's office I've ever been to. Right here. Kill me, bitch. No. But I turned 34. Wow, okay. Biggest fear unlocked. Yeah, I turned 34, which, fun fact, is considered dead in dog years. My nephew told me that one. I always fucking hated that kid. But apparently it's also considered completely invisible in Leonardo DiCaprio years. Which, let me be honest, I want to be real with all of you. I am homosexual, okay? I'm not into that heterosexual shit. But I still want Leo to want to fuck me, you know what I mean? And I can't even have that. It's like, sad. I don't know. I feel like the last thing I want to do is be like that, like annoying, curmudgeon-y 34-year-old, because 34 is young. Like 34 is young. But it's hard when the youth keeps youthing around you, you know what I mean? I come from New York, and I take the subway frequently. Ew, I know. And I was coming home from work one day, and I was sitting down minding my own goddamn business. And then this child sits next to me and starts doing his homework. I'm like, okay, we get it. You're younger than me. Like, I don't know. I was like, what was he trying to prove with that move? And by the looks of his homework, he was also smarter than me. I was like, somebody get this fucking fourth grader away from me right now before I lose my goddamn shit. I'm gonna be vulnerable with you guys for a minute. I refuse to have children for two very important reasons. One, I don't like them. Two, I refuse to fail math for a second time in my life. I don't know if you could tell by looking at me, but I was in Les Stupid Math. They called it special math back then, and there was nothing special about still learning your addition and subtractions in high school. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Oh, thank you so much. I couldn't put two and two together. But I was coming home every single night, really struggling, crying. I was at the dining room table, like, having a hard time, and my parents would try to help me, and then I realized they were struggling too. And that's when I was like, oh my God, the whole family is stupid. I cannot pass down these genes to anybody. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to like get in touch with the kids these days. You know, I think it's important as a millennial, get in touch with Gen Z vibes. Recently at my job, this past spring, I was in charge of interviewing the interns for our summer program, which would have been really cool when I was in my 20s. I'd feel like the older sister who'd like sneak them beer. But now I just feel like the weird 30-year-old cousin that's like, do you know about your 401k? Can you teach me about it because I still don't know? And I'm learning like the Gen Z lingo on TikTok. I think that's really fun. And like I'm interviewing these people and I want them to think I'm cool. Like I don't care if they like the company. I just want them to like me. So I was interviewing this girl. She had a super impressive resume, and I'm just looking at it. I'm like, all right, I'm going to impress this bitch. And I'm like, based on your prior experience, I could tell you are boots the house down slay queen. But I'm more interested in learning how you plan to serve cunt here. And she answered the question. I didn't even pay attention to what she was saying. I was like, oh my God, I'm doing so well in this interview right now. I'm just so happy. But by the end of the interview, she did something crazy. She went to give me a hug, which physical touch in this economy. But I let her do it, and as she hugged me, my whole chest cavity just completely cracked. And I could tell, looking into this girl's eyes, she was horrified. She was like, oh my God, I just broke this 75-year-old woman. And I can't take awkward silences. Like, I just cannot. I'm one of those dumb bitches. So I just jumped in right away. I'm like, oh, don't worry about that. That was just my bones, and I did that. And I kept going. I was like, oh, it just happens sometimes. It doesn't hurt or anything. And just to keep her humble, I was like, and one day it'll happen to you. But I could tell she wasn't paying attention. I could tell I'm an empath. So I could tell that she thought she lost this internship for no reason other than my own. So then like I said, I can't shut the fuck up. I just jumped right back and I'm like, and low-key fam, you got the job. And she was so excited. I was horrified. I don't have that authorization. So as soon as she left, I went to my boss and I was like, hey, turns out the first intern you sent was a hit. I hired her. All good. No need to send anyone else. And he was like, what the fuck are you talking about? We don't get an intern this summer. Turns out, this is not even a joke, HR sent her to the wrong Amanda. And they tried to blame it on me. They were like, don't you think it was weird that she called you by the wrong last name? I was like, no, I just thought she was stupid. Don't you turn this around on me. So they were too embarrassed to take back the job offer. So guess who has an intern this summer? Not me. I'm not allowed to have her. My boss is, though. I think she's going to take my job, but she deserves it. Yeah. Oh, God, it's really nice to be here. I really enjoy LA, but I do miss the chaotic energy of New York City, Like, I've been in LA for 4 days, and not one person on the street has tried to pee on me. I'm like, what, am I just not special here? Or, like, the crazy people looking at me from the side, like, she's a New York 8, but an LA 4 in terms of peeing on, so she'll have to deserve this one. Yeah, I'm from New York, specifically Long Island, and I'm Italian, which are two very annoying things to be. And every time I tell people that, they kind of have the same reaction. They're like, oh, I would have never guessed you don't have that accent, which is just a polite way of saying, but you don't sound stupid. Which is true, I don't, but everyone in my family has the very thick accent. It's gotten so bad, even our dogs have the accent. Like, when someone's pulling up in our driveway, our Shih Tzu Bichon is just sitting by the door like, hey, yo, who the fuck is that? Hey, yo, mama, let me out. I want to bite this son of a bitch. She really adapted to the Italian lifestyle. Have you ever seen a crusty white dog do the sign of the cross before eating her own shit? In Long Island, you will. Guys, thank you so much. My name is Amanda Alvich. Have a wonderful rest of your night.
That was amazing. You know what? I have some bad news. This might be my last show ever because the Supreme Court killed affirmative action, and that's how I got here today. Yes, I'm a product of affirmative action. Is that bad? Why y'all so sad? That's how I got into school. That's how I got this outfit. Because I'm black, bitch. Yeah. Y'all mad and everything. Y'all, everyone's mad. Did you enjoy the show tonight? It's the inaugural Laugh Proud show. The first of its kind, I think. Don't quote me. Allegedly. Did you have fun? She, her, you had a good time? That's she, her over there. I have something very special that's gonna happen right here on the stage tonight, the first ever. Beautiful, handsome, intelligent, intersex. The first intersex stand-up comic is going to be here tonight, and they're here to let you have it. Please put your hands together for 7G.
Oh my goodness, here we are. Wow, what a beautiful audience. Yes, I am 7G, and I'm undercover. It's not my real name. Because I'm on the run from my evil stepmother, J.K. Rowling. Queen of the TERFs. Ooh. Or is it turds? No, I think it's TERFs. Yes, and I'm not from around these parts. No, I live in West Hollywood. Very bougie, isn't it, West Hollywood? Very bougie, yes. I live in a closet. Queer in a closet. I know at my age, back in the closet, my God. But you gotta do what you gotta do, haven't you? Yeah. And I'm in Hollywood because I am the world's first intersex stand-up comedian. And thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Now, I know most of you don't know what on earth that is, but don't worry, that's why I'm here. Now, when I was born, there was no sign I was intersex. But doctors looked at my little baby body and they saw a vagina, so they said, it's a girl. They were wrong. There was no other sign. I did have a big clitoris. No, I did have a big clitoris. Now look at the look on. Oh my God, the looks on your face right now. If you could see what I'm seeing. They said clitoris. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes, and I used a T as well. Clitoris. Yes, I did have a big clitoris. Now nobody gets excited about a baby having a big clitoris, do they? But when a baby boy is born with a big penis, men slap each other on the back. Oh my God, have you seen this? He takes after his father. Oh, get the cigars out, this is fantastic. He's gonna be a player. He's gonna be a player. Nobody gets so excited about a big clitoris, do they? Why not? It's sexist. It's sexist. 51% of the people in this room have got a clitoris. Yes. Only 32% of the men here know where it is, but 51% of the women have got one, and the people like me have got one. Yeah. Yes. So my clitoris was big, but it wasn't so big that it was a problem. Okay? So they let me keep it, so that's great. Now, I also, when I was 8 years older, they found out I've got balls too. Would you like to see them? No, I'm not going to show you. No, well, I actually can't show you because they cut them out. They told my parents and I had cancerous ovaries and cut them out. It's not fair, is it? I want my fucking balls back, the bastards. Yeah, and it took me moving here, actually this very wonderful establishment we're in, the LA LGBT Center, to be able to have testosterone shots. I got my first testosterone shots at the LGBT Center, so thank you to them. Yes. It saved my life. But within 3 days of that first testosterone shot, first of all, I felt like I was finally on the right fuel, but I also found myself writing a Jerry Maguire-esque fuck it list to the whole of Los Angeles. I went on the apps and I was like, hi, Los Angeles, I'm 7G. I've written a fuck it list. I've got all these things which I thought I would have done by now. Will you help me? And it's been marvelous. Yes, you've been helping me. It's been great. So, but there are a few things on that list which I'm still missing. One of them is classy orgy. I really want to go to a classy orgy. Now, some of you are thinking, 7G, what is a classy orgy? Well, I've thought about this, okay? A classy orgy must have diptyque candles. Have you smelt them? Have you smelt diptyque candles, the posh people in the audience? Oh my God, they're gorgeous. They won't sponsor me. But they're gorgeous. We're going to have them at my orgy. Secondly, we're going to have biodegradable wipes. Why? Well, it's an orgy. It's going to be messy. We can't get around that fact. If it's a good orgy, it's going to be messy. But we've got to be eco, haven't we? We've got to be eco. Yes. Very important. Thirdly, at a classy orgy, the most important thing is very good manners. Excuse me, may I fuck your wife? Please do, that would be marvelous, thank you. Yes, I can see that you like this idea, which is good, because I like you. You're a gorgeous, gorgeous audience. And I've brought my clipboard. And you're all invited. Now, please, take this, pass it around. You can use a fake name, I don't mind. But please give me a proper email, okay? Because I, as a Brit, you know, with being an intersex person and all the stuff I've had around my genitals, I've had to face genital shame. I've had to grow through it. And when I went on that testosterone, this very big clitoris started growing and growing and growing. Like Jack's fucking beanstalk. It did. Now I've got a dick and a vagina. Yes, something for everybody. Something for everybody. But the thing is, I realised when I went on that testosterone shot that it's not a vagina. I never felt like a girl. They never asked me, you know, what's your gender? They never asked me. It's a man pussy. It's a man pussy. Now, I know some of you gay men on the apps who I see, maybe you're not quite ready to play with a non-binary trans-mass dude like me yet. Maybe the fact that I've got bigger tits than you is slightly off-putting. And that's okay. I understand that. That's fine. And if you think, well, that's not very big, is it? If you're a size queen, you know, it's big. It's still growing. It's 4 inches. It's bigger than some of the cis guys I've slept with, but it's still growing. It's not bad. But if you're thinking that's not enough, don't worry. I have a solution for you. And this special thing that I'm going to show you now, which you're going to love, it was blessed for me by Prince William, # Prince of Pegging. Okay. What? Okay. Now, ordinarily, I have assistants at this point, but we're cheap here tonight, so I've got to sing this myself. Okay, if you know the words, join in with me. God save our gracious King. Somebody must know. King, long live our noble King. God save the King. Send him victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save the King. Whoa. Oh, when you're not there, I catch it every time. But at least I didn't fuck up the twinkly balls. Anyway, now at this point, I usually take one person from the audience and make you a sir or a dame or a baroness or whatever you fancy. But tonight, as we're all gathered here together, I'm going to make you all sirs, because I'm going to give you royal white male privilege. Yes. I haven't stolen anybody's diamonds. I haven't done anything that's, you know, a horrible history that my country's got, but I do have this blessed rainbow phallus from Prince William, so. Now, I was a little bit worried about doing this bit because who knows where this film's going to go, and the British establishment can be very nasty if they get there, you know. But last night, and this is true, I promise you, last night, Princess Diana came to me in a dream. She did. I'd never dreamt about it before. Princess Diana came to me and she said, "Don't worry, 7G, go for it." She also said she'd go on a date with me, so how reliable this dream is, I'm not sure, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Now, one thing that JK and all of those people don't want you to know is that we all start off female. We all start off with a clitoris. So you gentlemen who are very proud of your phalluses, you've just got very large clitorises, okay? Yeah. So I'm going to get you all to join with me in a clitoris chant. Now, I know some of you are scared about this. I know it's difficult. You're out of your comfort zone. Some of you are probably a little bit triggered. Please, bear with me. You're going to enjoy it. It's going to liberate you. Who knows? You might discover something about yourself, especially this lady. I can tell. Oh, yes. She's going to discover something. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it like a football chant, okay, to make it a bit easier. I'm going to go clitoris, clitoris, clitoris. Now, I'm the last act. You haven't got to save your energy for anybody else, so give it all to me. And this is going to liberate you, okay? We're going to join together as one mighty LGBTQIA+ army of love to stand up to these fascists. Laughter is the best medicine. We will not be cowed. We will not back down. We will not be quiet. We won't worry about the children that we don't harm. It's them who harm the children with their guns. That's the reality. So, join me in a clitoris chant. Here we go. Clitoris, 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 clitoris. I'm 7G. You've been a wonderful audience. Thank you so much for coming tonight. On behalf of all of the comedians, thank you. We love you.
Laugh proud. Say it for me. Laugh proud. Yes, we love you. Good night.